Hello. Welcome to my channel. We will discuss some basic LitRPG statistics, otherwise known as character attributes. But first, kindly like the video and subscribe to the channel. For viewers who are new to this genre, please watch the previous video titled, The New Genre LitRPG, to have a better understanding of this video. Let us jump right in. As we know, the LitRPG genre blends traditional fantasy narration with elements of a gaming experience by describing quests, side quests, conflicts, battles, achievement system, loots, level ups, and other events typical of video games or tabletop RPGs. The narration in a LitRPG book must abide by the rules of a game while filling it with a good plot, twists, action, conflicts and drama. The important part is describing for readers the experience of playing that game and its associated mechanics as if the reader were playing it themselves. While the characters are focused on becoming stronger or leveling up, their progress often lie on the basic character attributes. Therefore, we are going to discuss character attributes in this video. The first character attribute we would discuss in this video is strength. Strength is an important LitRPG statistic that signifies the physical power of a character. This stat has a lot to do with body, might, brawn, and power. The strength attribute determines the amount of power to lift, swing or throw objects and people, and perform physical attacks. Most physically oriented classes such as warrior, fighter, knight, barbarian, berserker, etc. have high strength attribute. Many weapons of the warrior class have prerequisite condition for strength to wield such weapons. It makes sense since the character has to be able to lift, swing, throw, carry, or perform any acrobat skills with that weapon in the first place. Intelligence attribute. This attribute has to do with intellect, mind, and knowledge. It is a measure of a character's problem-solving ability. Intelligence often controls a character's ability to comprehend foreign languages and their skill in magic. Under certain circumstances, this skill can also negate combat actions between players and NPC enemies. This is sometimes combined with wisdom and/or willpower. The intelligence statistic impacts mana aptitudes, magical skills and the magical fortitude to create, channel, distribute and unleash magical powers in the LitRPG world. Therefore, this attribute governs magical endowments and executions. Constitution or vitality attribute. Constitution and vitality are often used interchangeably in many LitRPG books. This is the state of being strong and healthy. Constitution determines the HP, also known as hit points or health bar. A measure of how sturdy a character is. Constitution often influences hit points, resistances for special types of damage like poisons, illness, heat, or bleeding and fatigue. The willpower stat. This stat has to do with sanity, personality, ego, and resolve. It is a measure of the character's mental resistance against pain or fear when falling victim to mind-altering magic, torture, or insanity. It can also help the character bear physical or mental strain to accomplish a difficult task. The dexterity stat. This stat has a lot to do with agility, reflexes, and quickness. The dexterity stat is a measure of how agile a character is. Dexterity controls attack and movement speed and accuracy, as well as evading an opponent's attack. Wisdom attribute. The wisdom attribute concerns spirit, wits, psyche, and sense. It is a measure of a character's common sense and/or spirituality. Wisdom often controls a character's ability to cast certain spells, communicate to mystical entities, or discern other characters' motives or feelings. The charisma stat. Charisma is a measure of a character's social skills, and sometimes their physical appearance. Charisma generally influences prices while trading with NPC factions. Under certain circumstances, this stat can negate combat actions between players and NPC enemies. Presence, charm, and social skills are the tenets of this stat. Most characters with high charisma attribute end up becoming leaders or influencers. Charisma adds some sort of social charm on player characters, allowing them to influence and slightly manipulate NPCs. It also helps increase the reputation of a player character over any faction. Perception stat. The perception stat is a measure of a character's openness to their surroundings. Perception controls the chance to detect vital clues, traps or hiding enemies, and might influence combat sequence or the accuracy of ranged attacks. Alertness, awareness, cautiousness are the central focus of this stat. Note that this skill is usually understood only to apply to what a character can perceive with their established senses, i.e. sight, sound, smell, etc., and does not usually include extrasensory perception or other forms of mental telepathy or telekinesis in the given game unless the character's specific attributes expressly include such abilities. Sometimes, it is combined with wisdom. The luck stat. The luck stat is the most mysterious stat in the LitRPG world, however, it is easy to understand. It is a measure of a character's luck. Luck might influence anything, but mostly random items, encounters and outstanding successes or failures such as critical hits. Fate and chance are the critical idea of this stat. In some LitRPG books, the luck stat functions as a danger sense warning characters of impending danger which they are not aware of. Stamina or endurance attribute. Fortitude, resilience, and recovery are the hallmark of this attribute. It is a measure of how the character keeps the stream rolling over a period of time. Characters with high stamina or endurance will hardly get exhausted over extended battles, while characters with low stamina or endurance will chicken out after a short while. This attribute is usually combined with the constitution or vitality attribute. Please check out our previous video if you wish to learn more about LitRPG abbreviations or acronyms. The link is on the description below. Thanks for watching this video and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.